Citrine. I'm not really counting it as a new project because I only pulled a few pieces to help fill our 1.5 pound barrel, which is running our ametrine. And as you can see, there's, you know, maybe 1/4 of the barrel filled. So we needed something more to run the rest of that in stage 1, and so we added some rough citrine. So this is after 1 week. And it's progressing nicely. It's really lemon yellow. A lot of shaping happened. Frankly, it looks better than the ametrine does. But it's going to need another week. So we will add this to the barrel. We were really just using it as filler. Okay, this is going to get recharged. Let's put it in. Let's see how much space we have in this barrel. And we are just under half. So I'm going to mix it with the ceramic media a little bit. Oop. It helps if you actually put the lid on. So this doesn't happen, it goes flying everywhere. Whew. Alright, hang on. Yeah, we need more filler. I could add more citrine rough. I really don't want to. But I'm going to because I have some. Alright, hold on, we'll be right back. Alright, here's our citrine. This is rough we purchased from an eBay store. And it's really, really nice, but I am going to give it a rinse. Get some of that rock dust off of it. So this is the citrine in the rough, and again, it came from an eBay store. Not 100% sure. It is what it says it is, but we're just going by what the vendor is claiming. Oh, a lot of rock dust. So let's just add that. Probably add one more piece. You know, if we add that piece, is it gonna inhibit the movement? Gonna take it out. I think that's plenty. Alright, I'm gonna add a little tiny bit of ceramic media just to get into some of the voids in here. And then we're going to recharge it and run it for another week. And we will put these pieces aside in case we need them in the future. Okay, we'll see this next week. Alright, we're back with our ametrine and our citrine. We're calling it citrine because that's what the vendor called it, but to me it looks like it might be prehnite, but I'm not really sure. Not a geologist. Okay, citrine has been running 1 week and 2 weeks. Can go a little bit longer. I want that knocked out. We had put a couple of pieces in the barrel to run it. Let's adjust that there. We had put a couple pieces in to fill the barrel, and then the following week we had lost mass and we needed more room in the barrel, so we put more in. So I think this is the one that's only been running 1 week versus one that's been running 2 weeks. And it's really super close to being ready for medium. This whole batch I think will be ready for medium next week. Yeah. This is a delightful batch, whatever the stone is, because it's very clean. No, very little pits, very little crushing. You know, I'm pretty darn happy with it. So I don't think we're going to need to add any more stone. I will add a tiny bit of ceramic media to fill the volume. There's a little bit in the bottom already. I'm going to see if I have any more of this stuff. If I do, I'm going to add it to the barrel. Might as well roll it all at once. This piece is going to get a little bit of a chisel to it, and then it's going back in the barrel as well. So we will see this barrel again next week. It's going to get recharged in the stage 1. Okay, I'll be back. Also in this barrel that has been running, I don't know, a couple of weeks, is our citrine. We were using as filler for the ametrine barrel because it's the same hardness. There's been some debate whether or not this is actually citrine or not. The vendor called it citrine, so that's what we're going to go with. But some others have said it might be prehnite. Some of these pieces were just thrown in last week to fill the barrel, but you can see how it's really shaping nicely already, even after just 1 week. Some of these have been in 2 weeks, and some of them 3 weeks. Wow. We need to see how nicely this is shaping. We'll see if any of these are ready to move forward. That one might be. Ooh, definitely. Now, so you say that, and then that happens. Okay. You're not going to rush these. Now, things like that are just divots, natural inclusions in the stone, we're going to leave. Like that. That's not a grit catcher, so I would leave that. But this one here is. So back in stage 1 it goes. Oh, that one's pretty good. Just so close. And like I said, you know, we've been adding them at various stages, so it's like we're going to have a perpetual stage 1 barrel going. That looks like melted glass almost. Look at that. Really? That's interesting. Yeah, we need some more time. More time. Alright, go to medium. Medium. More time. More time. Alright. So, the citrine and ametrine barrel is only about half full. So I'd like to find something else to add to this barrel to fill it. So let's set it aside and we'll move on to our next project. We're back with our citrine, and what was really interesting in the barrel is we have this chipped piece of white quartz. So that was really interesting. Other than that, there was no chips or anything in the barrel, so it was looking pretty good. This stuff is awesome. And it's not as yellow as most citrines, but citrines does come in different colors. Now, last time, I was concerned about these divots here. And it does not look like they're going to grind out. Now, this has been going for another 2-week cycle. I think it's been running, I don't know, off and on 10 weeks. And I'm just not... I mean, it's just really cool, but it doesn't look like it's catching any grit. It looks like melted glass is what it looks like to me. And because it's not catching, I think I'm going to actually move this piece forward. Oh, this one looks really nice too. Now it's got a little rough spot right here. Oops, sorry, I was off camera. It's got a little rough spot right there. I think I'll run that one again. Again, this one's just got a little rough spot here. Gosh, this feels really fantastic. This is some really nice rough. Now you can see along this cleavage line or fracture line, I'd like that to smooth out a little bit more. Now, this is like that first piece, it's not catching anything, and I just don't think it's going to grind out. And that's inside the stone. You can't feel any of that. That's what I call optical imperfection. It's underneath the layer of stone, so that one can move forward. I'm going to let that and its interesting shapes move forward. Wow, well, finally, something with a little bit of progress. This ran in the barrel with the rose quartz, white king's quartz, and the ametrine, so that we could kind of fill that barrel. And it's coming along nicely. Huh. I might let that go one more week. Yeah, let's do that one more week. Yeah, I don't like the way that feels. That feels really rough. I'm gonna let that go another week. Now there is a green citrine out there that's natural, not heat treated, and it has a lot of nickel, and the nickel is what gives it its green color. So wherever this was mined from had a lot of nickel in the area. I think I'm going to let that one move forward. Because those divots are not grit catchers. Just the most bizarre formation. Yeah, maybe one more week on that one. I like the little rainbows that we find in there, the refraction of the light. Nice. Oh, that's going to need a little bit, just the tiniest bit more work on this one. And on our last piece here, I think that one can move forward. All right, so we had 5 pieces that are moving forward, and then all of this is going back into the barrel for another week of stage 1. So these are the ones that we've pulled out previously that are ready to go to stage 2. So let's just put them in here, add it to that, and then this sits on the wall, I call it, set aside for when these catch up to it. And we will put these in our barrel with our other 3 stones that needed a little more work. Now let's take a look at this barrel. So it's about half full of stone that still requires more time in stage 1. So what I want to do for barrel efficiency would be I would have to add some ceramic media, but I have a lot of barrels laying around that are 1.5 pound. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get one and we'll see if this will fit in that. And we're back with our last mixed barrel for this week, also in stage 1, Coarse 6090 silicone carbide grit. It seems like we're living in that stage these days. We've got our green citrine, ametrine, white king's quartz, and rose quartz. All right, that's awesome. Okay, let's take a look. Green citrine has been running in 6090 coarse silicone carbide grit for 4 weeks. So let's see how the last of this is going, because we've already pulled a lot out that's ready to go to the medium stage, but this was just what was left. So Mohs hardness 7. Wow. Looks like just that little bit right there. It does look like damage. Like that smoothed out a little bit. Here's some more damage right here. I'm going to try and pick that out. Let's see what we can do. Kind of assist this instead of waiting for it to tumble out. It doesn't look like it wants to come out on its own. Try for another week. Oh, that looks good. Just a little bit. You know, you get these fracture lines in these quartz composite stones, you know, quartz family of stones. It's almost impossible to get them all out. Gosh. Look at the way that See, it depends on what angle you hold that on. But there's that whole corner. It's almost like if I took a chisel to it, I wonder if I could just chip that whole corner off. I don't want to though. This stone needs more work. Lots of more work. Oh. This one I'm holding back. The rest I'm just going to move forward and we're just going to live with it. Maybe. It depends on the state of the rest of this barrel. If any more of this barrel has to go in 60-90, I'll run it together. Otherwise, I'm going to hold it for 120. I'm just tired of these projects and I want them to move forward, which is probably going to bite me in the butt later when I get to polish, but we're going to find out. All right, be right back. Alright, we're back with our next barrel that is in stage 2, medium. It is our mixed adventurines, King's Quartz, and some Citrine. We had enough to run these. Nice clean out here with the borax added. Super fast rinse. Lid. This is looking pretty good. Had a piece of blue adventurine, peach adventurine, the citrines. White King's Quartz. It's all looking pretty good. Not seeing chippage in the barrel, so that's good. Everything's as expected. Alright, so I think this is it for our 120, just these 3 barrels. And we're back with another mixed barrel. This is Adventurines, White King's Quartz, and Citrine. It's been running 1 week in medium, stage 2, 120, 220 silicone carbide grit. Let's take a look and see if any of this is ready to move to 500. Alright, this is blue adventurine that we run previously, and it just needed some more time. Had to be bounced back a couple stages to repair it. It's looking really, really good. I think that can move forward. Alright. Yay. Let's see here. We've run all of these batches before, and these were just leftover bits and pieces. So I'm just trying to see what's ready to move forward. All of it's feeling really, really good. Some of it just, had bruising or damage of some kind, and we, bumped it back a couple stages to kind of smooth it out and correct those issues. And I'm not feeling any damage or anything that needs another week in 120. This is going to need a really good wash cycle, 2 or 3 of them, with Dreft baby detergent and borax and then water. And the reason I don't use this is dark stone. That's stained stone, that is not grit. The reason I use Dreft instead of Dawn dish soap is because on these Lortone rotary barrels, they're a little bit softer rubber, and the baby detergent isn't going to damage the interior of the barrels. It's not as caustic. Not that Dawn dish soap is caustic, but I use the Dawn dish soap in the harder rubber on the vibratory units, and I use Dreft baby detergent in the rotaries. Yeah. I think these are all fine. They're all looking really good. Ooh, that's a nice yellow. Okay. Yeah, I think all these are ready for a wash cycle, and then to move to 500. Oh, I love it when things move ahead. We are back with our mixed adventurines, White Kings, Quartz, Citrine, all these little lovelies that are in 500 aluminum oxide pre-polish. It has been running for 6 days because time got away from us. The slurry's beautiful. Take a piece out and see. Oh goodness, need to get all that slurry off to see the condition of the stone. Alright, this is a piece of citrine. Oh, and I'm gonna need a towel to dry this off. Wow. And there's still slurry in here. I'm just checking the surface. And that piece of citrine's beautiful. Oh wow. This is lovely. Feels so smooth. I mean, there's pits and stuff still in here with slurry still stuck in. But after we do a burnish cycle, might as well just pour all that back in here because we're going to add water anyway. I'm going to add a couple of drops of Dawn dish soap. I'm going to add a lot of water. We're going to turn the unit back on. Make sure everything's rotating to get it clean. Oh, fun. Let's turn the action down on that just a little bit. I don't want to bruise it in the wash cycle. Alright, we're going to let this go for 30 minutes and then we're going to wash it out. And then we'll inspect it and move it to 1000. Ooh, fun, fun, fun. And we're back with our White Kings Quartz and Citrine, some other mixed stones. It is coming out of Dawn bath from 500 aluminum oxide. And we're back with our green citrine that has been running 1 week in 500 aluminum oxide stage 3 pre-polish. And time just got away from us. It wasn't really supposed to run for a week, but it did. So now let's take a look at it. And it feels just beautiful. And I'm sure this is going to go to 1,000. We just want to do this inspection. Make sure that we don't have any new cracks or damage. Yeah, looks pretty good. We haven't seen this for a while because it's been waiting for a barrel to open up, but then I got sidetracked and worked on other projects, and frankly I forgot about it because it's just been sitting and waiting. Not happy with the spall that happened. Now, any kind of quartz or similar, like amethysts and things like that, and citrines will fracture, and it has this weird little, I don't like it. I'm gonna bump this back to a different stage because I want to get rid of that. I think I might actually try to remove that with a Dremel tool. Yeah, and then send it back to stage 1 just to smooth out that little additional damage. Alright, let's set that one aside. That's the kind of thing I'm looking for as I move forward. Now this, as you turn the stone, you can see the internal fracturing. You can't get that with your nail. That's an optical illusion. So that's okay to go forward. Yeah, this is going to be a quick video. All these are ready to go to 1,000. And what I ended up doing, you know, we got the vibratory unit, as you know, and they have 4-pound hoppers, so it's a lot. So what I want to do is combine stones of the same Mohs hardness to be able to run them efficiently. This is kind of that same issue. It's just cleaner. I'll put that one back too. Oh, just lovely. Okay. Our green citrine, minus 2 pieces, is ready for an ultrasonic cleaning cycle, just to make sure that everything, there's no nooks and crannies, there's nothing, no little mini pit that I missed, just to get it really good and clean. So we're going to put it in these little buckets that I found that work really well in my ultrasonic cleaner. And I don't add any detergents, any cleaning solutions or anything. I just put plain tap water, cover the stones, and then I put it into our little unit over here, which I've covered the heat function because I don't use it. So we're just going to put this inside there. And I've got the preset for 25 minutes. I'm going to turn this on and come back when it's finished. All right. Alright, we have our green citrine that has just finished its ultrasonic bath. And we are going to put it in our 1,000 barrel, 1,000 aluminum oxide. Just want to dampen the barrel some. Let's gently put the stone in here. Falling. Okay, we are really low. And I've got some damp ceramic media that I want to add. I do have a funnel. Okay, I'm going to turn the unit on. It's just enough to mix things up. And because there's really not enough stone to run this unit, I'm going to put White King's Quartz in here as well. Let me go grab it. I'll be right back. I had to go grab my 1 teaspoon. Let's put our 1,000 aluminum oxide pre-polished in the barrel. Let's give this a moment for the slurry to be created. I have the action up, and it is an adjustable action on this vibratory unit. I'm not going to want it to run this quickly. I just want the slurry to be created quickly, and then I'll turn it down for it to actually do its cycle. You can see that already the slurry is beginning to form. Everything looks like it's running smoothly, so I'm going to turn the adjustment so that this runs just a little bit slower. The slower it runs, the less bruising will happen to the stone. Alright, so that is our White King's Quartz and our green citrine in 1,000 aluminum oxide. We'll let it run for 3 days, and then we'll check it to see if it's ready to move to polish. I will be checking it every so often during that time, just to make sure that it doesn't lock up, make sure that the slurry is the consistency that I want, but I won't be filming that part. Alright. We'll see this in 3 days. Okay, we have rinsed out our White King's Quartz and our green citrine in that barrel. It is done. It is ready to go to polish. So, we are going to do a couple of things here. our White King's quartz, and our green citrine. Are going to go in the barrel. This is not helping. All right. We also had a piece of blue adventurine, a couple pieces of peach adventurine, and a lot of yellow adventurine that's ready as well. Okay, now we're going to add our stage 5 ceramic media. Put a teaspoon of polish. Let this go for a second. I'm going to grab the barrel. Teaspoon of borax in here. Let's see. I speed that up a little bit. I should have wet that ceramic media before I put it in the barrel. Turn the action up to get the slurry started. Back down because it's really loud. I don't want to put too much water in there, so I don't want standing water, but at the same token, it's still looking really powdery. let's cover it up, give it a minute, and we'll check it shortly. So that is our white King's Quartz and our green Citrine in polish. Our white King's Quartz and our green Citrine has been running in polish, which is our 2 micron aluminum oxide, for 3 days. Now let's take a peek. Let's see if we can grab a piece. Whoops. Easier if it's turned off. Okay. Lovely slurry. And then I want a piece of the wood. Well, yeah, let's do that. Alright, just rinsing it off camera here. Let's dry it. Wow. Feels like glass. Look at how clear that became. I wonder if this is going to need a little bit more time. And just completely dry. Here. There. You can get a better look at it. I think it needs more time. 3 days on polish in the vibratory unit was not enough for this. Now these corners are beautiful, but this big flat surface could use a little bit more time. Alright, okay, we're taking a quick check of our white King's Quartz and green Citrine barrel that also has a piece of, or has some pieces of aventurine in it. But I'm just doing a polish check, and I rinsed this off, dried it. Of course, there's still slurry stuck in it, but that's okay. Just checking the level of polish. It's been 4 days. And while we're chasing that shine, I still think it's a little too matte on this large surface. So we did check a couple. It's going back in. We'll see it tomorrow. Just needs more time. Okay, it's time to check our white King's Quartz and our green Citrine, which we have been letting run several extra days because it just wasn't getting the polish that we wanted. It's like the corners were polishing fine, but the flat sides were still just a little dull. So we'll let it run for a few extra days. Let's see, we let it run 3 days, we did a check, we let it run every day. We've been checking it, every day giving it one more day. I think it's been running, I don't know, when did we start this? We started this on the 17th. 25, 26, 9 days in polish. Wow. That is pretty spectacular. know, it's like we almost could use a little bit more. I'll give it another day. Give it another day. I know that a vibratory tumbler is supposed to speed up the processes. But 9 days, that's a lot of freaking time in here. Definitely giving it one more day. Alright, that is the quick and dirty update. Alright, because I want to move stuff on, this is our White King's Quartz. Been running in polish for 9 days. And I just rinsed it off. It's not been burnished. I'm doing a check to see if it's ready to come out. It's almost impossible to figure out on a white stone. But if we chase the shine across the surface, wow. You can see that glass-like finish. This is the green quartz. Just make sure it's good and dry. And I had left this in. Now the edges were super, super glassy and just the way I wanted, but the flat surface right here was a little dull. You can see how glassy that is. Ooh. Look at how beautiful that is now. A low speed and a longer time gave gave us the results we wanted. Look at that shine. Okay, and then this is a piece of aventurine that was bruised, and we took it all the way back to stage 1 and worked it back through, and now you're not seeing any frosting, you're not seeing any bruising, no, well, that little bit of spall is deep in there. You can see the shine goes right over the top of it. Okay, I think it's ready for a wash cycle. We're going to give it like 30 to 45 minutes with Dawn soap and a lot of water, and then we'll rinse it outside and then take a look at that barrel. Oh my god, that's lovely. So freaking happy. Okay, let's go put these in for the wash cycle and we'll be right back. Okay, rock hounding fans, our green citrine and our White King's Quartz has just come out of polish, and it's come out of its Dawn wash cycle. We let it air dry. We have not done a burnish. I don't think it needs it. It's absolutely stunning. Look at this green citrine. It is absolutely beautiful. I like that flash in there. Just lovely. Look at that, you can see a rainbow. Whew. Just lovely.